time to get started. So, hi everybody. First of all, can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, every Awesome. Super. So, hello everybody. My name is Neil. My pronouns are he, him. I am the creator, writer, designer. I am basically Fey Earth. Okay. Welcome to this, our first ever live stream of this TTRPG, which is set in an alternate 19th century Earth where all the creatures from folklore and fairy tale are real, have always been real, and lived alongside humanity. Okay. First of all, I'm going to have my players introduce themselves, and then I will, I suppose, set the scene for our session tonight. So, starting off with Susie.
Hi, I'm Susie. My pronouns are she, her. Will I mention the
Yeah,
my character
yeah, of
name?
course.
Oh, I'm going to be playing Sylvia Bauer. She is a druid, human druid. So,
Okay, and next is Tendai.
Hi, my name is Tendai, pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing Aminata Moho, and she is a rogue.
Cool. Next, Polina.
Hi, my name is Polina. My pronouns are she, her, and I'll be playing Justine the Moor, human sorcerer.
Super. Christina.
Hi, my name is Christina. My pronouns are she, her. I'm playing Mina Zwisik, a Fey-touched fighter.
And finally, Neve.
Hi everyone, my name's Neve. My own pronouns are she, her, and I play Gwen, a human witch from Cornwall, and her pronouns are she, her.
Cool. So, the game is set in the year 1872. Okay, specifically, today is Sunday, the 21st of January, 1872. Our game is set in a fictional town in France called Cherville, in the kind of the Auvergne region, um, near a very large and very ancient forest called Forêt de Tronquet, the Tronquet Forest. Um, the world that we are in is in a bit of turmoil. The France that we are in is a France that is recovering from a major conflict that happened 6 months ago, the Franco Prussian War. But unlike the Franco Prussian War in our own history, the Franco Prussian War in this world was quite different. It was actually an alliance between France and Prussia against the Fey nation of Arcadia, which is nestled between those two nations. The king of Arcadia, King Tharandil, who had been a ruler of this kingdom since the mid 13th century, had finally died of old age in 1870. And this brought shockwave across Europe because he was the monarch of the most powerful nation in Europe and had been monarch for so long, for 6 centuries. His son, Salinar, took the throne, and when this happened, Otto von Bismarck, that political genius from what is now modern day Germany, saw this as an opportunity. So he sent letters to Emperor Napoleon III, a man he did not like. They did not like each other at all, but using his political ingenuity, convinced him that Arcadia was weak and that they should. Oh, my audio is really low. Just give me one moment. Is that better? Is my audio better, chat? Um, and Susie, they're asking you should maybe turn your audio down a little bit again. Hopefully this is better now. Thanks for that, folks. Sorry. So as I was saying, oh, really? Hold on. I'll bring the mic closer to me. How's this? Oh, okay, right. So, Bismarck convinced him to see this as a vulnerability, and they attacked Arcadia. Um, there was a pretty devastating war, but it was devastating because of the casualties on both sides. This was quite a shock because in every other battle that had ever happened between Fae and humans, the Fae had always decimated humanity. But with modern advances in rifle technology and artillery, the Fae started to actually suffer some casualties. Nobody's sure exactly what happened, but around the middle of 1871, there was a devastating attack by the Fae. Huge sections of the human armies of France and Prussia and the other allied German nations that had come to their aid were wiped out, with tens of thousands of men and women dying on the field. Some said that the Fae used ancient magics that had never been used before. Some have even said that it was dragons, but most people don't believe this because no one has seen a dragon in Europe in 500 years. Now we are in France, and it is a France, as I said, that is recovering. It is a France where the people are very divided. There is a lot of anti-Fae sentiment because of this war that just happened, but there are also many people who are really angry at the ruling class, saying that this was a power grab and they were the ones who sent their husbands and their sons to war. In our most recent adventure, the party helped a rather peculiar situation where a bunch of will-o'-the-wisp, or faux follets as they're known in this part of the world, appeared in the middle of the town, which is very odd because will-o'-the-wisp normally don't appear anywhere near urban areas. You'd find them out on bogs, marshes, maybe in forests, never in the town. But the party fought them, drove them off, and eventually went back to bed. And the next morning, getting up, it is Sunday morning, so Mina is of course the first up, and we return now to our heroes.
Okay, Neil, you already said I'm first up, so I gonna dress in my traditional outfit, as in like, country folk outfit, and I'm going to mass.
So Sylvia, you're sharing a room with Mina. You of course hear her getting up and going to mass.
I'm trying to be as silent as I can. I'm trying not to wake her up.
Yes.
Although coming to mass with me would be actually good for her, but never mind. I'm not shoving it down her throat. I'm trying my best. Okay, so I'm trying my best to be as quiet as I can, and getting ready, go to mass.
Fun.
Thanks.
The rest of you, do you all get up now?
Yeah. Nana would probably be getting up around now anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I think probably head down to breakfast is the first port of call.
Absolutely. Never miss a meal if we can.
Okay, so you all head down to breakfast. As you are going, you see, does Sylvia get up for breakfast, or is she going to have a lie-in?
No, Sylvia's going to get up as well.
Okay, so you get up for breakfast as well, and you obviously telling them that Mina has gone to mass. Okay, so Mina, this is the first time you've had a chance to go to Sunday mass in the town, because you've only been in this town maybe a week. Okay, in fact, I think this is the end of your first week in the town.
It is, yeah.
And it's packed. Okay.
Oh, brilliant! Finally.
Yes, it's full, and you're very happy to see that on Sunday anyway. All of the townsfolk, being good French Catholics, head out to mass, and a number of people see you, and they come up to you and they say hello to you, and they thanking you for what you did with the Will of the Wispies. You've done a few little things so far since you've been here. There was the.
I'm like, oh, please, it's fine, it's nothing.
Yes, and it's a fairly you quite enjoy the mass, okay? All in Latin, of course.
Of course.
But the homily by Pierre Chauzy is in French, and he's telling everybody about how how important it is to be kind to your fellow neighbors and to avoid falling into temptation of sinful acts such as idle gossip, and which you have learned is something that is rampant in the town. And
yes, terrible.
And also makes reference to how we should always welcome newcomers in, as the town has newest members have helped them so much with the recent incidents regarding the Fae. Okay, so you have a very enjoyable time. You're loving this. This is great. Okay. What are the rest of the party doing? He's just chatting and chilling over breakfast while Mean is praying for your sins.
Yeah, I think when we get down for breakfast, I would just ask Sylvie, is Mina staying in bed or is she sleeping in?
Oh no, she is a good French Catholic. She has gone to mass.
Oh, right. It's that
Not
day of
French.
the week for those people.
I decided that I was going to, not.
No.
She
I
kind of
mean,
goes
we
to
know our temple is the
How's
woods. I
everybody
mean,
feeling this morning, actually?
okay, recovered. Man, I burnt through my magic
Yeah,
when we were
me
fighting those
too.
will-o'-the-wisps.
I kept a little bit of mana left so that I could heal, but I very much exhausted my reserves, so yeah, I'm very tired this morning. But
It was a tough one.
why is he appearing in the middle of the wood? Normally, do they not appear in marshes and bogs and?
Well, back home in Cornwall, that's where they appear and they lead people off. They get lost
Yeah,
and they're never seen again. It's so strange to see them in the middle of a built-up area. I don't know what's drawing all these fake creatures into the town.
something is going on because the salamanders, they do not appear in this part of France. They are far in the south. And also the fact that there was that Murphy, she said that she felt drawn here.
Mm,
And dire wolves as well.
Dire wolves,
yeah,
that can sometimes just happen. They're not fey creatures as such. So,
I don't
but
know if it's a
certainly the
coincidence though.
others, I would be worried.
Mm,
So as you are having this conversation, Jean, the innkeeper, he'd stayed back, and he's giving all breakfast, and he sees us like, oh yes, so like it's so strange what we had. Like you are right. There's been so much going on in the area. It's just like I mean, obviously there's Faye here, and we seem to have our own resident cadet, referring to the brownie that appears to have moved into the inn recently. And he's like, but to be honest with you, I'm not complaining. They're fantastic. I would like to properly meet them, but you know these creatures quite often they prefer to be invisible. But nonetheless, and oh, but how's the breakfast? And like it's a simple morning breakfast with some porridge and some coffee and that. And he's like, it was great because, and he looks around. There's no one in the inn except for Yi, but he still looks around, pointed. He's like, I'm not going to lie, those masses, I don't speak any Latin, and they go on for so long. Having you all here is a wonder because I get to stay and tell my wife that I will stay here and serve our guests, and she goes to the church, and I'm not in trouble with her. I'm not in trouble with Pierre Chauzy. So thank you very much for this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a good Catholic. I'll go on Easter and Christmas and on the Saints' days but every single Sunday it's a bit much. So anyway. But yes, it's very, very peculiar what's been happening.
Mina likes to go every single day.
Oh yes. Well, I mean,
So,
she's Swiss, and she did say that she has brothers in the Papal Guard in Rome. So like she's obviously from a very religious family.
Absolutely.
I'm working on it. I mean, look,
Well, it shouldn't
I'll bring her
be
to the light.
it shouldn't be on us to dissuade people from any particular lines of faith. That being said, I would typically only consider that for those with harmful means.
yeah, look, I think if people are happy to go to mass and say their prayers and light their candles, then good for them. I don't think it'll actually do any good, but if it makes them happy,
Like, well, you know how I feel. It is a religion of tyranny and oppression. And honestly, I think she's wasting her time. But if it makes her happy, I suppose. But I don't understand it.
yeah.
We don't have to. That's, I suppose, part of the joy of it.
Oh yeah, so much joy to be had in the church.
Ugh. Can't think of a more terrifying place, to be honest.
You're very burst into flames, Finn.
I would. I would. It's a good reason not to go near it.
Okay. Sylvia's just gonna give you a look and just like keep sipping her coffee.
But
So eventually you have a fairly enjoyable relaxing breakfast, and Mina, you have a great time at mass. It's loads of fun. Okay, and
My
eve-
Catholic workout, yes.
yes, and do you stay around afterwards, or do you shoot back to get some to break your fast?
Well, I'll definitely go and thank the good father for his very enjoyable mass, and I tell him, oh, I really, really enjoyed that. That was very good. And I ask him, oh, uh, if you could someone on some of these days, if you could listen, or if you could take my confession, that would be wonderful.
He says, "Oh, of course I can. Yes. If
Thank you.
I normally take confessions on a Wednesday.
Brilliant. I will be here.
Of course, and thank you for the what you did last night. When those faux fillet appeared in the town square, we've never seen the likes of
Oh,
it before.
it's very strange. I don't think they're really. I've never really heard of them appearing in a town. So yeah, that was really strange.
No, it was very very peculiar. But look, there's been lots and lots of strange things been happening over the last while. I only
That is
heard
true.
I heard the other day one of the farmers saying they saw some strange hulking creature. This was one of the. This is not one of the nearby farmers, but a bit further off south, crossing the fields in the evening.
A strange hulking creature. Did they say anything else?
It was off in the distance. He said all he saw was a silhouette.
Oh, okay. Very strange. Yeah, no. There's something happening here, I think. So, I think there is a reason that we ended up in this town. I think that must have been God's plan for us.
I agree. I've been praying for help for our people, and I think the Lord did answer my prayer, sending you and your good friends here. Absolutely, absolutely.
It must appear so.
Yes. And
Yeah.
Gwen, you're sitting there having your coffee and get this really weird shiver down your spine, and you're not sure
yeah,
why.
yeah. My arm hairs are like standing on end.
Pershwaz, he thanks you, and he goes off to talk to some other villagers. And I assume you head back to Le Petit Auberge.
Absolutely. Well deserved breakfast now.
Yes. So you head back. Mina comes in. You sit down. You break your fast.
Good morning and a wonderful Sunday, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
How was mass?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was really, really wonderful. It was very, very good mass. I really very much enjoyed it.
Do you speak Latin?
Oh, church Latin. I do understand the mass when it's held in Latin. Yes.
Oh.
You know it's in Latin, so people deliberately won't understand it, Mina.
But if people go to church and actually will go to mass, they would learn it like I did.
Yeah, but they're only learning the words. They do not know what they mean.
Well, I do. I understand it. As I say, you just have to go and apply yourself, and you'll learn it.
What did we say about letting people be happy?
Oh,
think it's wonderful.
he actually did talk about that. Was fantastic homily. He did talk about the horrors of gossiping and
Mina.
how we should welcome strangers in. It was wonderful.
Good.
Really hard not to say something mean. Gwen just gets up and goes and gets a coffee from the bar because
Yeah.
Oh, would
she
you
doesn't want
get
to
me
insult
one as
anyone.
well? Thanks, Gwen.
Of course.
This is good. This means the townsfolk will not accuse Gwyn of stealing the man.
Exactly. So yeah, no, it was really, really good.
Second, Gwyn, I do not believe that you would be stealing the men folk.
Me?
Yeah, well,
I
yeah,
have.
yeah.
What use would I have for those second-class citizens?
Woohoo! Amnata is
Really,
going to
though.
like just stand up, kind of brush off their skirt and say, I'm just going to go for a quick little walk and
Yeah,
excuse
even
myself
I
from making you
have to
rubbish.
giggle. Yeah, even Mina has to giggle at that a little bit, like, you know, so yeah.
So Amanat, did you say you go out for a quick stroll or something? Yeah.
Yeah, just very quick kind of peruse and also probably still smarting that I couldn't help with the will-o-wisps.
Yeah. Well,
So trying to think of how I can be of help if it happens again.
so you go outside and you can see like it's so quiet today, okay, because it is a Sunday, all right. Normally there's people bustling around, like the Shavia, as we said, it's a quite a large town. It's well over maybe 10,000 people living there. Like it's pretty big, you know, with the as we explained, with the coal mine nearby and with the brass mills nearby. A lot of people have moved into the area, but it's Sunday. It's pretty dead, which it's kind of a nice chill vibe. And if you villagers see you and they wave and they say bonjour,
Bonjour.
recognizing you.
Sorry, Neil, could I, when I see Aminata go out, could I go out with her?
Yeah, sure. So as I said,
Yeah.
you see it's really chill, and some of the villagers, they're kind of getting to know you now because, well, you stand out. You all stand out and saying hello, and so yeah, it's very like it's the most relaxed it's been since you've joined the town.
I'm just going to turn to Aminata and just, are you all right after last night? You seem a little upset.
Not quite upset.
I am sorry that I didn't heal you at the end of the fight. I had so little mana left. I should not have used it for myself.
No. It was justified. You were quite injured. I'm not necessarily upset. I'm just, disappointed that I couldn't help. I hate standing, as Mina would say, standing idle.
Yeah, but they're magical creatures and your weapons are mundane. Actually, since you are Fey touched, you have the arcane spark. Is there a way that you could maybe channel your magics into your attacks? I'm not magic the way I have magic, but I do know that Fey touched have some innate skills that they can use. Could you?
Oh, yes. That is just something I'll have to probably do a little bit of reading on. I've never really considered using my arcane spark. I've never had need to. But after last night, it would just be remiss not to.
I don't know if it's possible, but I most Fey touch that I have met who have the arcane spark. Well, all of them have the arcane spark. They can do small magics. As a Fey touched, would you have anything like that yourself?
Oh, you mean like cantrips?
Yeah.
Yes, I have family who have been able to do magic to varying degrees. It's just something I need time to look into.
Yeah, I don't think I could help because the way I do magic is a little different. I have to meditate and
I understand. It would be different. It would be something that I know I'd need to do fairly soon because with all of these strange happenings, not having a little bit of magic to get me by might put me in some trouble, no?
I don't want you to feel like, bad or that, you can't help because I'm you know, it was great that you were there last night. You did grab the villagers, you stopped them from wandering off. This is good, you know?
I know.
Okay. We're looking around. People aren't, Neil, I assume people aren't like kind of looking at us, giving us side eye the way they used to.
No, people are being a lot more. Well, I mean, people are. There's not that many out, and people are going about their business. But people are saying hello. They're saying bonjour in the. You know, this is you've had several days here in the village now at this stage, in the town rather, and you've done quite a number of good acts to help the locals. So you're very much getting known now as kind of local adventuring hero types. You know, so people's opinions of you have changed from theories that one or two of you might have been harlots trying to steal the menfolk to, whoa, these people are really great and they've helped us out a lot. And there's a hell of a lot of fae have been around in the last while. So it's really great that these people are here. So, as I say, you can go and take your stroll for as long as you want. Um, it's all of the shops are obviously closed. It's a Sunday, you know. There's no businesses open.
Hmm.
The inn that you stay in obviously is open for all of you because you are staying there. But it's beyond that. It is actually fairly quiet. Um, so I don't know if the party is planning on like wants to take some time and rest and recover. Was there anything particular that any of you were hoping to do?
Um, well, I'm actually going to want to walk around for quite some time and then eventually head back to the inn and look into getting me some cantrips.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Gwen,
Well, I need to repair my supplies at some point, but since it's Sunday and all the shops are closed,
yeah.
I'll probably do it some other day.
And not to forget that Mina did explain to you that some of the more specialist supplies that you might need as a sorcerer that you wouldn't be able to get here, you can order through the post office. That the postmistress can send a message by arcanogram to the nearby cities and get items shipped to you if you need to.
I'd like to get some some leather armor.
Well, now there is a cobbler here in the town, so if you're looking to maybe start investing in armor. Thanks, I didn't spot that. But if you are looking to get some armor, you could maybe talk to him.
Not today, obviously, because
Yeah, exactly.
About how much would that cost, just out of curiosity?
It varies on what you're trying to do. Okay.
Hmm.
But like anywhere from a couple of silver to a couple of gold, depending on, and you don't know. You're not entirely sure. Like you've never done this before, so you don't know what like how much this guy might charge for it, you know. But certainly it's something that you could
Yeah.
inquire into tomorrow.
Mhm. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd be interested in that. I might go to the woods, or not to the woods, kind of down by the river, because the woods is a bit of a trek away, and maybe
Yeah.
do some foraging.
For what in particular?
Herbs.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Well,
we can see how successful
You
you're.
you want
I
me to
might
come
mention
along
it.
with Albert?
Yes, Mina, please. That would be wonderful. You know, I am a
Okay,
fan of Albert.
I just gonna go change if that's okay. Maybe have another coffee, and
No, of
then
course, absolutely.
I gonna come down with Albert, and yeah, I come with you. Okay.
Excellent. Okay, great. And Sylvie, I don't know what you were planning to do today, but I think I'm going to head down towards the river and maybe do some foraging. Oh, you're still out walking. Okay.
But yeah,
I'll probably walk with you too, because I have nothing better to do.
foraging is
Absolutely.
something I'd be
Excellent.
interested in doing, but I'm not there, so.
Okay.
How far does my telepathy cantrip travel?
Oh, it's quite short.
Hmm.
It's like I think it's only 10 meters. Yeah, 10,
Oh, okay.
10 meters. It's quite short.
It's just for shit talking people, Gwen.
there,
literally behind their back.
yeah. So there are more powerful spells from the Sphere of Chaos that would have a greater range. If you wanted to, you could look into maybe learning them if you are considering that Sphere of Magic for
Could be an
yourself.
idea, yeah.
Potentially. Alternatively, you do know that there are arcane devices that people have. There is messenger pens, essentially fountain pens with enchanted ink that you literally write a message in the air and it appears in front of the person who you wish to send that message to. And then there are also messenger beads that are enchanted and you can talk into. They have a much shorter range. Their range is usually only about 100 meters at most. But a messenger pen, they have a much faster range. Something like that, you're not going to get in Cherville. You'd need to order it because there are no artificers in this town.
Okay.
And that would be more expensive. Like that would be a couple of gold. So you might not have the money for that just yet. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
Mina, you go get changed. Yeah. And you come down with Albert, your halberd, and and you head off to do some foraging while Aminata and Sylvia are out having a wander. Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Okay. Right. So you head
So as
on.
we're walking, I just want to mention to Mina that I think it's really creative that she renamed her halberd Albert. And I'll take out my wand, and it's a blackthorn wand that's sort of twisted, and it's a really nice piece. And I'll show it to her, and I'll say, since you've such a good way with naming things, I would love if you could name my wand. I feel like it's just the right thing to do.
I have to think about it, but like, do you know, that really was an accident. When I was younger, I could never say the word halberd. I would always forget how to actually say it. And then my uncle, who was training me, was saying like, it's halberd, like Albert. And the name kind of stuck in my head. So when I got a halberd of my own, I just had to name it Albert.
There is no other name. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. What a great story. Well, I'd love a story like that. I don't want to create just a throwaway name for my wand. So if you come up with anything, let me know. There's no rush.
Well, it should be something personal to you, so you really need to come up with some name, you know?
Mm-mm.
Like, you know, maybe whatever he does, or
Blast bad guy.
yeah, Blasty, or something like a Mr. Blasty. Or
Mr.
no, you don't like
Blasty.
men. You don't like men.
Maybe Mrs. Blasty? That's
Mrs.
more of a,
Blasty. Yeah,
yeah,
something like
more of
that.
a ring to it.
Mrs.
Hmm.
Blasty Fire or something like that. Feel
I love
it,
it. Mrs. Blasty. I think I'll sit
it'll
with
come.
it, but I think that's a contender.
So
Try it out.
you are having this conversation as you walk out of the town and head along the river. I mean, it's going to be a good 40 minutes to get out a bit aside. And you're going to try and do some foraging for some herbs. I'm going to say now the target number for this is going to be quite high because, as we said, it's January, it's winter, there is snow on the ground, there's not really much out now. In another month's time, the plants will be starting to, you know, germinate and sprout and that. But right now, yeah, it's there's not a lot, but you can most certainly see how you get on.
We'll certainly try.
If you tell me what I'm looking for, I can help you.
There's no one that can help me. I rolled a 3.
No, I can't help you.
Yeah, no.
This has just turned into a nice walk along the river.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but that's lovely as well.
Okay.
you spend a good hour plus, maybe hour and a half walking around. You just can't find anything. As I said, the time of the year, like you had been when you're in the forest, you had been able to find some stuff. Sylvia especially was really good at finding stuff, but even that was really impressive. And part of you is wondering if you maybe found it easier to get stuff because of the nature of this forest that's got such a strong fey presence that even in winter you were still finding some plants and herbs. But unfortunately, you don't find anything. Now, just as you are thinking of possibly turning around and heading back, you hear a massive loud sound, a crack, reverberate.
What was that?
Uh-oh.
You immediately recognize the sound, as the sound of a gunshot.
Oh, it was a gun.
Oh, probably
Who's
just someone
who is
hunting.
shooting on a Sunday? Who's
Well,
hunting on a
a
Sunday?
hungry
Saturday?
farmer, probably.
Well,
Yeah, probably. Yeah, well, that's
well,
true.
this
Yeah.
is the thing. It's Sunday and it's quite early. It's only getting to about lunchtime.
It's a
Mm,
bit late to hunt for a Sunday roast. I mean,
Well,
wouldn't be very
true.
good, you know? Wouldn't be
I
very
mean,
good.
they were hardly shooting another person, were they? Do you think we should go and maybe have a look?
Um,
Or is that too
Sure,
open?
let's go have a look. Sounds like a perfectly good plan to me.
I mean, just a quick look, just to make
Yeah.
sure. It is a bit
Would
weird.
Sylvia and Aminata also heard this, I assume. They
no,
would, right?
they are the users still in the town. They had headed well out of the
Oh.
town foraging.
for about 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, like
None
they're
of you are there to stop us crackheads of running right in.
Here we go again.
Well, I feel like Justine might be just like maybe we shouldn't. Just maybe as a suggestion.
Justine.
I hear you.
Somebody is injured.
Yeah, I kind of feel compelled. I don't mind going on my own. I can just go, kind of have a look overhead.
No,
I
no.
know.
Go and see.
So you go in the general direction of where you heard the noise, yes?
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're traveling for about maybe 10 minutes, okay?
This can only go well.
And you're going across farmland, okay? You're going across fields, okay? Now, yet again, the fields are largely empty. And this time of the year, all of the livestock, they're mostly kept in the barns to stay warm,
Yeah.
you know? They'd be out a little
course,
bit during the daytime. So you do see some sheep out and about. And you do eventually come across what looks to be a fairly bloody scene. Okay,
Ooh.
you see a farmer, and he's obviously it looks like he's
Drop
been
himself now.
no, it looks like there was he's been trying to get sheep that were in his field, getting them all together, and it looks like he'd been trying to calm them down, and they finally calmed down. But you can see there's blood on the snow. Something happened here.
Okay.
So-
And as you approach, he waves a hand, and he sees your halberd, which is not a normal thing. It's 1872. Your group, the Swiss Guard, the giant hunters that you came from, are literally the only people who still carry these archaic medieval weapons. But when he sees you all and he pauses for a sec, bonjour.
Wait. Bonjour.
Oh, are you okay, monsieur? We heard a shot. Well, and you are quite... is he injured, actually?
No, he seems fine.
Oh, okay. So we heard a shot. Are you okay? Where is the blood come from?
I was one of my sheep was attacked by this. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was this great big. Now you are going to think that I'm crazed, okay? That I've been drinking too much spirits, but I swear, okay, I haven't had a drop today. It was. Now I'm serious. A giant snail attacked one of my sheep.
Giant snail?
Snail.
Why?
Are you sure you didn't have a bit of a liquid breakfast?
And you
morning?
shot it?
Giant wolves?
No.
Why couldn't there be giant snails?
Thank you, mademoiselle. Yes, it was. I swear, it was this strangest creature I'd ever seen. It essentially looked like a giant snail. only it had a great big mouth full of razor sharp teeth, and instead of just the normal eye stalks of a snail, it had these long tentacles that came out, and they grabbed one of my sheep. I heard the noise, and I came out, and I heard.
And you shot it.
Oh well, I heard the noise and my sheep going crazy, so I grabbed my gun, thinking maybe it was those direwolves again that we heard about recently, you know. So I grabbed my gun and I ran out, and I see this great monstrosity, this massive giant snail. The top of the shell must have been at least 2 meters. With this,
That is
Okay, I prefer wolves.
That sounds giant, all right.
And
And what did you do, monsieur?
well, it had grabbed one of my sheep and it was pulling it in and eating it, biting it. So I shot at it, I shot. I thought I'd hit it true, but the buckshot just bounced off the shell. It was like it was solid armor, and the creature.
Blood coming from?
The blood was from the sheep.
Oh, oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And so it turned and it headed off. I mean, it was, well, faster than a normal snail, but it wasn't. I shot it again. It moved at a steady pace, but as I said, my gun, it was doing nothing against the shell of this creature.
Ew.
And I'll turn to Mina and say, is this like a continental thing? Giant snails?
First of all, Neil, have I ever heard of anything like this?
Give me an. You don't have fail, or do you? No, you don't. Give me an intellect roll.
Okay. New dice. If I failed this, it's your fault.
At disadvantage, because this is a very regionally specific creature.
Oh, I rolled an 18 plus 19, and then what disadvantage? -5?
-5. So yeah, you are.
What, 15?
Yeah. So 14. You
Not really.
You are like, no, I have never heard of giant
Snails
with
that eat
tentacles
sheep
and razor sharp teeth.
Me
Okay.
neither.
Second question. There's still snow on the ground.
Yeah. You can see this trail.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
asking. Is there a
Okay.
trail?
There's a slime covered trail.
No.
Yes.
There is a slime covered trail, so it must have been
Yeah.
a snail.
It looks exactly like
Oh
the
no.
trail that you would get from snails, only it's like a meter wide.
Mina
Oh, no.
is looking over at Gwyn, and she has this kind of slight twinkle and glint in her eye, and she's like,
Don't
"What do you think?
don't
Shall
tell
we-
me we're going to go after a giant snail. No.
Are you coming?
No.
Are you coming? Are you coming?
I have to see this.
Are you coming?
Maybe should we
Are
at
you coming?
least find the other people?
Ah,
Only the three of us. What if
fine.
something happens?
That is a good idea.
Fine. It'll be
The
fine.
giant snail.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's not going to be fine.
I mean, I can
Please,
run
it
back
is
pretty
fine.
quickly.
You
and
have
find-
fire. You have your thing, and I have Albert. It'll
So
be fine.
let's all run back and find them. And then we return.
Yeah,
And
but
we're going to find the
time
snail
we're
because there's a
back, the
giant
snail is
freaking.
probably gonna be gone.
It's a snail.
How far
It's
away
not gonna
from
be
town
gone.
are we?
You're at least an hour because you had gone on a good.
So there you go.
But what I
So
will.
by the time we're back, whether this
So all I will say is, okay, now you obviously. Oh no, we've lost Christina. No, hold on.
Okay, not going after a snail then.
You're not getting out of it. I think we're going after the snail. I feel compelled to.
fast.
I have to see these things with my own
I
eyes.
think I got kicked out just there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You were there, and then you weren't. But as I'm saying, it's an hour there. It's what, an hour you said. So it's at least 2 hours. And by the time I notice it's a snail, but it's a faster than usual snail.
And also larger.
Oh, come on,
A
where
lot
is your
larger.
adventurous spirit?
teeth. I don't have any.
Well, then
It has
should
teeth and
you know?
tentacles. No, it just snatched the sheep.
Right? Yeah. Well, but you are not a sheep. I'm not a sheep. We're not sheep. You can blast it with something. It'll be fine. Come on.
All I will,
Come on. Which I know you want to go.
all I will say is, okay, and it's quite obvious to you all, there is a definite like slime covered trail here that is impossible to miss. Even if there was like snow started to fall, you'd probably still be able to find this.
Exactly.
Wow, it's that big, eh?
As I said, it was like
Win?
the trail is like a meter wide, like trail of slime.
We need Sylvia. Sylvia can heal. We need amulets. We need them.
Some healing potions.
At least
It'll be fine.
At least for them to know where we're gone if we won't return, which is not. We're not going to return if there are only 3 of us.
I mean, how fast can a snail go? Maybe we should go back and get them.
Oh, I didn't expect that of you, Gwyn, but all right, fair enough.
Well, I mean, we have had some close calls, and
Isn't
there's
suicide
strength in
sin?
numbers.
It's not suicide. We're following a creature.
It is. But just sleep.
You guys have no adventurous spirit at all.
So
Oh my god, I think I'm being civilized or something.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Anyway,
I'm just being
maybe,
reasonable. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. There is being adventurous and there is being suicidal. Okay?
so
I mean, it does have very big teeth.
is
And tentacles. Tentacles.
what's the plan? Are we going back to town to find Aminata and Sylvia, or are we going snail hunting, just the 3 of you?
Well, I'm being
We're going back.
outvoted, so we're going back.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you head back to the town, and you get back just as Aminata and Sylvia were kind of finishing quite a long circuit of the town. Like, you've got actually a really good feel for the layout of the town, and it's a bigger than you thought it was. Okay, and you kind of feel like, okay, we actually kind of know it a bit better now, because so far all you really knew was how to get from the inn to the church to the brass mills, and then out the road towards the forest. So you feel like you got a bit of a better tracker. And you get back, and just as you see, what was that, Sylvia?
And the glass blower.
Oh, and the glass blower, yes, of course. So
I'm still really excited about those jars.
yes. So you get back just as you see Justine, Gwyn, and Mina coming, and Mina's got this really impatient look on her face, and Justine, seeing you both, has this like intense look of relief on her face when she sees you.
What is the matter?
Guys,
You're
we
there
went,
as well.
We went walking and along the river to find some herbs, but we didn't find any. And then we heard a gunshot, and then we followed the noise, and then we came across a farmer, and there was lots of blood, and there was a sheep, and the farmer has said, I kid you not, that there was a giant snail that has attacked one of his sheep. So he shot it, and it went away, and there's this huge
Mina,
slimy trail that
slow
goes
down.
into the forest.
A
Giant
giant snail.
A
snail.
giant snail! A
Let's have a
giant
look.
snail! I need
Neil,
to see
can
this.
I
Tentacles.
make a fail or roll?
Yes, you can. You can make a fail or roll.
Okay. That's a +1. My mighty intellect of 0.
Oh, I can also make a fate or
Oh, it's a 1. Sorry, I'm using my dice with the. It's got silver numbers, and then it's also got lines across it in silver. So like, I could not tell what it was. I just.
What did you get?
I got 2. Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I got no idea.
You have
my.
I'm
I
gonna
will.
I'm gonna look at Mina kind of just intently, and I'm just gonna say, "Did you have some of the wine at mass? I know that is the things that Catholics do."
No. That is
A
for the priest. I had
giant-
the.
A giant snail.
That's
It's real.
what
It's
we thought,
yeah,
but there was this trail, and it was slimy, wasn't it, guys? It was slimy.
it
I
was.
think it was
Okay.
slimy, wasn't it? Yeah.
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 Aminata, have
Was
you
it
ever heard of
very
anything like
slimy?
this?
Familiar enough, I rolled a
If it's as easy to
Susie,
follow
hold on.
trail.
Sylvia, Aminata, yes. What did you roll?
I rolled a 17, and I believe my failure is plus.
Well, you have an intellect of 1 anyway.
Yeah, so it'll be +1. So 18.
Okay. So you actually have heard of something that fits this description before. Okay. And it's a weird thing that you've only ever heard of in France. Okay. And it's called a Carcolh, it is now they're normally found in the southwest of France. Well, that's where the stories originate from. You always thought that it was kind of like a weird kind of crazy story, like you didn't actually think it was real, but they're described as being these giant snails with these long tentacles, that they normally live in caves, and in the stories they would attack people and drag them into their caves and eat them and kill them. But actually, and this is what's most terrifying about them, is it's said that the tentacles of these creatures, the Carcolh, can reach incredible lengths.
Okay.
And I mean like kilometers.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes, that's what the stories say.
no.
okay.
I mean, if anything, it doesn't seem plausible because if it can reach kilometers,
Why would it
leave
need
a
to get
slimy
so
trace.
close? Yes, and also why would it need to get so close to the sheep?
Where does it store the tentacles? In
The
its mouth?
assumption. So
Probably in its mass, somewhere and within all that.
Yeah, but the assumption is if it is a snail, hopefully it is slow, so we can catch it. So,
But
Yeah.
if it is a
There is
snail
a trail.
with tentacles that managed to kill a sheep. So we cannot make any assumptions on whether it's slow or not.
yeah, this is true. But,
I'm bringing salt.
oh, good idea. Yeah, this is a good idea.
My mother
yeah.
uses
Good idea.
My mother uses salt to kill snails in the garden. Yeah.
It's
But
terrible.
I think we would have to carry a lot of salt though, for it's a giant snail.
It's not something I would normally do. It's just in this case, it has killed a sheep. I know they're prone to kill people as well if they can get a hold of them. So it might be best to try and remove it from
Yeah, I
the
think we should
situation.
just go and try. Perhaps not waste any time. But I really appreciate that you came back for
Maybe we
us.
should
but-
ask. Maybe we should ask Monsieur, what's his face, to help
No.
us.
Oh, the
No,
hunter
no, no,
debonair.
But maybe
No. We
no,
don't
I
need
should
to.
say that. I should.
He can
But
carry a
then
lot of
need
salt.
him.
Exactly, he can carry all the salt for us.
Yes.
So let's do what? No, we do not need
No, we don't need him. Nobody says
Wow.
there's a need.
help us.
You could
I think
carry
of
all the
him.
salt, and if a tentacle comes for you, maybe you could just.
Shove him in front.
I'd be too tempted. That's too dangerous for him. No.
I
Yeah,
think we
you'd
can
be too
just go.
tempted. That is.
We are taking too much time. I
Yeah, we
appreciate
should
that
go.
you
With
came back
such a
to us.
big
We should
full.
just go now.
We should get him. He is a hunter. Now I know the trail is very obvious from what you've described, but
I think we should just go, honestly.
oh,
because
okay,
this is taking
okay.
too much time.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think with going around, he is not safe.
No, he's not. I
Even
can
though
tell
I
you
had
that.
this mischievous thought myself, as I said, I brought it up. It's
Look,
like, ooh,
it
what's
was great that
happening?
you were there
I'm
to
starting
help
to
us.
think, Mina, don't even consider liking that excuse for a man.
Oh, I
Look, it was-
don't. Why do you think I said we could?
He was helpful to
Cheeks are a bit
us,
rosy
but
there.
I think we should just go.
You don't have
Yeah.
to like someone to
He wasn't even
appreciate.
at mass. He wasn't at mass, Neil, wasn't he?
No.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
he wasn't even at mass.
he's
What
not
would
a
I have been
Catholic
doing?
man
No, of course not.
with
Oh
his
no.
dalliances with many widows.
Oh
He'd
no.
probably burst into flames.
So I take it you are all going to head back in the direction that you had come from to try and follow the trail of this strange snail creature.
We get some salt first.
You you can go into the inn and get some salt from
All the salt they have.
well,
That's all they have. It's a decent amount though.
Yeah.
That's all.
they give you a bag. It's maybe half a kilo of salt.
Okay, that's
Ooh.
amazing.
Right. Loads. Excellent.
We should definitely have some, I suppose, stores of salt each, just in case we get separated by the tentacles. It might help in a pinch. We don't know if this will work.
I see.
Again, this is a fake creature.
So
And yeah, I see what he did. That was so funny. Oh, Minata, you're brilliant.
so you head off back in the direction that you had been in before. Yes.
Yes.
So you go back. You lead your friends to the site where the sheep attack was. The farmer is not there yet, and the sheep are being obviously brought inside, but the trail is still there. Going in, you recognize immediately in the direction of the Carcolh forest. Unsurprisingly, it's going in that direction.
Slime.
Is the sheep
So-
still alive or injured or dead?
There's no sheep in this
I
field. The
think
farmer,
that sheep is.
Okay.
yeah, the farmer took them all.
The sheep is num nummed.
Yes.
Aw.
Yes, I think so. I'm sorry, Gwen.
Okay, so you continue along. Okay.
That sheep is in sheep heaven now.
There's no such thing. No, never mind. Stop myself.
So you
Making
have,
it worse, Quinn.
I'm trying really hard to be nice.
you head along for maybe another I don't know, hour and a half or so. You know your direction. You're kind of getting your bearings of the area. You know you're going in the general direction of the Carcolh forest, this great and ancient oak forest that's quite near where you are. Okay, and you're following this really gross looking meter wide trail of slime. Okay. Yeah, and
Look at it. It's horrible. I need to
Can I
see
actually scoop some up into a jar?
sure.
Just, you never know.
Yeah.
Could be magical.
Right. So
You bitches and your weird.
I'm
gross-
gonna stop a little bit and wait for Gwen to catch up, and I go like, "Oh, are you gonna use that in some of your potions? You think?"
I really don't know. Us witches are just, we can't help ourselves. We're collectors. So,
It's so gross. It's so
it's
gross. Look at
disgusting.
it.
It's like dripping off the side of the jar. It's like a load of snot in a jar. Yeah, it's disgusting.
I'm really
You never know.
excited.
Could be useful for something.
I really need to see this thing. It's like, look at this. I've never seen anything like
Yeah,
it.
to be honest, yeah, I'm excited as well. There's nothing like this back home.
so
No.
I just,
you are so you're heading along for, as I say, for another hour and a half or so, and you find yourself, you weren't really seeing anybody. You're walking across open farmland, but as I say, it's a Sunday and it's winter, so farmers aren't out working right now. In the next week or so, they will be starting to work the fields. But at the moment, on this day of rest, there's nobody out. But you do eventually, off in the distance, you do see actually two people. As you get closer, you can see as a man and a woman, and they are standing along beside the trail. Okay, and as you're coming up closer, they see you, and they wave to you. The man takes like a slight half step back as you get closer to them, and you see this man. He looks to be in his maybe early 40s. Okay, tall, lean build, kind of wiry dark hair. And as you get closer to him, you see he's got these. He is an incredibly good-looking man. He's got this tanned, rugged face with this kind of short, well-kept beard, and like his hair is kind of slightly messy and kind of falls over his eyes. And he has the most startlingly blue eyes and the most perfect teeth. And standing beside him is this young girl, 18, 19, probably about the same age as yourself, Gwen, maybe a little bit younger. And she is stunning. Okay, average height, blonde hair, these gorgeous green eyes, these beautiful angular features, wearing this lovely dress of light blues and greens. As you approach, and she waves you on and says, "Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Can we help you?"
You seen a giant snail going by,
Actually,
crawling by,
we did
going by?
about maybe 20 minutes ago. Look at this trail. Yes, we
You've
did.
seen it? Have you?
Yes,
Did you see it? Did you see it? How big was it?
it was huge. It was like the top of the shell was maybe 2 meters.
Yeah, this is
Excuse
what
me?
we heard.
Yeah.
And it
Excuse
didn't
me,
attack
who-
you?
We were a distance from it when we saw it.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, but who are you?
maybe it's full.
Oh,
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Juliette Castillon, and this is mon père. This is my father, Jean, and he sees you and says, "Bonjour. This is our farm."
Uh,
This is your farm.
Yeah.
well, I apologize for trespassing. We are following the snail.
So I will say this:
We won't stay long.
the farm is actually quite close. It looks like it runs onto the forest itself. Okay, so like the forest is actually only a couple of 100 meters from you. Okay, so it is quite close to where you are. It says, and it says, why are you here?
We are in search of the creature that killed one of your sheep,
No,
No, it was one of your neighbor's sheep.
one
I
of your
think.
neighbor's sheep.
Yeah.
Apologies, I was not there when the discovery was made. Yes, we are trying to track down this creature and hopefully kill it humanely.
Oh, you're the heroes that I've been hearing about.
Oh, heroes might be too strong of a word, but we are the new visitors in town who have been helping out. Yes.
You're the
What
one
did you hear?
that you well, I heard that last night you fought some faux filet in the town square, and a few days ago you were off in the woods with that idiot Dubois.
Oh, such an idiot. Imbecile.
Such an idiot.
Yeah.
He punched a dire wolf in the face and killed
Yeah,
it.
that he did. Yeah.
So
It's
Don't tell
strange.
stories like that,
Listen,
Sylvia.
idiots.
yeah, well,
He
I
was
killed
useless.
one. I
it
killed
was
one. He
useful to
killed
have
one.
him there. Yeah.
Yeah, I killed one. He killed one.
No, useless.
Yeah. Well, I've many girls my age are quite obsessed with him. He's a very beautiful man, but
Oh no. Please
Oh,
don't
no.
waste your time
Sylvia
with
is
him.
Well,
is just
You deserve
rolling
much
her
better.
eyes.
he is quite good looking, but once he opened his mouth, I'm afraid that
He
effect
has
loses
he has
its
no respect
effect.
for those
No.
of the female gender. He's crass, rude, beautiful. It's very all disturbing. Very, very disturbing. Tell them do not go near him.
And
He
he
is an
never goes to
intelligent
church.
man.
do not worry. I know beauty when I see it, and I have far more refined taste. She says, as she gives Gwyn a look, and her father at that moment he spots the look, and he's like, "Come on, we have to go back home. Your mother's waiting for us." And he says, "Are you going into the forest? It is quite dangerous."
We've been in there before,
We are.
but yeah, we know.
Well, just be careful.
Aren't you afraid to have a farm so close to the forest? Because so far, all the villagers that we've spoken to, on people, they were so afraid of the forest. And you're so close to it.
Oh, I don't go into it, and I guess we're just lucky. Wolves and the likes, they don't come near my farm. We,
What? How?
And why is that?
I don't know. I have some big dogs. Maybe they smell the dogs.
Oh no. These wolves, your dogs would be treats for them.
The dire wolves, they do not come out of the forest often. We were told this. So
Um,
Yeah.
we hang some rowan in the house to keep the fairies out, and we would
Oh,
leave
good idea.
we would leave out some milk and honey as well, so we don't get
All
disturbed.
these things will help you. Yeah, I mean, the Fae are not inherently evil or dangerous. Just their ways are not ours, so you must be careful. That's all. But you should be
Just
fine. Your
curiosity, do you have a
territory is
big
next to
farm?
the house.
It's a couple of acres. Yes, it's enough for my family and myself. No bigger than most of the other farms in the area.
Loads of livestock, I assume. Maybe some crops you're growing.
And mostly sheep.
Nothing missing.
Excuse me, what?
And nothing missing.
No, no, not from us. I guess we're just lucky.
Well, the
Definitely,
rowan
yeah. Must
berries
be all the
very
iron.
powerful.
Hmm? Like he's being like the guy is. He comes across as kind of a bit maybe. He's kind of like quiet. He's softly spoken. He's not being in any way rude, but he's giving very short answers. You know, he's like.
Is he being cagey?
Maybe more introverted would be a better way of describing it. You know, like he's being very polite, but he's not like his daughter is clearly way more interested in talking to you all than he is, and he's trying like, let's go on, let's get back inside, you know, and yeah.
Would if once we're done in the forest, would we be able to ask you a few more questions?
He kind of looks at he's now looking at you a bit maybe a bit wary. He's like, of course, but I don't know what I could help you with. I'm just a simple farmer.
No, that is more than enough. We're just trying to, as we're still quite new in the area, we're just trying to just trying to understand how the day-to-day life looks, and maybe there's something that you consider so mundane, yet that's why your farm's been left alone for the most part. So it's just to try and help the town as much as we can.
Of course.
Sylvia is just going to take this moment to use her lesser telepathy cantrip to Gwyn and say, just basically going, sorry, so magic for.
I think it's 7 words you can say.
Oh, it's 7 words.
Yeah.
So, okay. You'll get more time with her. 6.
You just hear back, yay.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, Neil, can you give me the name of that farmer again?
His name is he said
Jean
Jean
Castellan?
Castillon.
Castillon. And Juliet is the daughter.
Is the daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So we thank you. We won't take up any more of your time. I think we'll head on.
right. Well, you be safe and good luck. So you head off in towards.
Gwyn winks at Juliet.
She winks back, and he sees her, and he, come on, let's go, and he.
Awkward.
Yes, so the party heading off following this meter-wide trail of slime into the enchanted forest that you've been in several times. This is a perfect moment to take a quick break. We're going to be back in 10 minutes, everybody. Some of us badly need to pee. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, everybody, and we will see what happens with this very strange but historically accurate and researched folkloric example of weird French stuff.
I'm setting a timer.
Okay.
So,
So back in 10 minutes, everybody. Okay.
10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Time for more drink.
What about now? Can people hear me now?
I can anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. Sorry about that, folks. Apologies. First time ever streaming. Hopefully that's the only technical hiccup that we have. So, our party, as I said, have entered into the forest. The Tronquay forest is weird in that the center of the forest is a primeval oak forest, ancient, okay? Several centuries ago, the French government ordered the planting of hundreds of oak trees for the Navy. And they would now be at the point where they would be perfect to harvest, but European navies have started looking at and have started building naval ships with iron holes in them. So it looks like these trees aren't going to be used. And the interesting thing is that nobody ever went near this forest. So farmers in the area who are notorious for chopping down trees, and when they're nearby, nobody ever went near this forest. Partially because it was a criminal offense. You could end up in serious trouble with the authorities if you were caught chopping down these trees, because they were for the Royal Navy. But also there was the fact that at the heart of this forest was an ancient primeval forest that was filled with fae. It's believed that the elves once lived here as well. Now, the elves are largely gone from France because the elves of France were a bit more decadent than your usual elves. And during the French Revolution, after the locals and the peasants finished rounding up all of the human nobles, they started attacking the elven nobles, which some would say is madness because they're elves. And when they did attack them, they were getting badly injured. Like, they were getting not quite decimated, but some of these mobs were so crazy they didn't care, and a couple of elven families actually were caught and killed, which never has happened before, because the mobs, the hordes that were attacking them, just were so enraged with what had happened during this height of the revolution, they didn't care. And after that, the elven nobility left. They moved to Arcadia, the Fey nation between France and Germany. So as a consequence of that, France is quite unusual in that there are elven palaces scattered around the entire country, empty and abandoned by the elven nobility that live there. And sometimes adventurers have been known to go in and explore it. 99% of the time they never come out. If they do, usually it's one or two mad from whatever was still in there, whatever magics and other Fae and Guardians are there. But occasionally some heroes do come out with great treasures and wealth. And our party thinks when they were in this forest recently, they might have gotten a glimpse of one of these palaces. What looked to be a grand palace made of solid crystal that they saw, a few days ago when they were in here briefly. But right now they're following a meter-wide trail of slime in the hopes of tracking down a 2-meter tall tentacled snail that attacked some sheep. So the trail is still there. You can't miss it. As I say, it's a meter wide and it's really gross. So you're traveling along looking for this trail, okay? But can I have...
amazing and disgusting all at once. Cool.
Can I have everybody give me awareness rolls, and if you have the bushcraft skill, you can add that skill modifier to your roll as well.
20. Yay, 22.
15 plus 1 for bushcraft, 16.
That's a 21 for Sylvia.
Okay.
11.
Okay. And Mina, what did you get?
I think it was a 20.
Okay. So you're walking along and you can see the trail follow easily. Anybody who got a 21 or higher spots at one point. So Sylvia, you spot up in the canopy a creature somewhere between 60 and 70 meters tall. You've seen this. I think you saw this the last time you were in here. Feminine form with bluish tinted skin, gossamer wings. It's a sylph, an elemental fae of air. looking down at you with its glowing silvery eyes. And these creatures are very difficult to see because most of the time their form is quite translucent with the light passing through it, making them almost invisible. But it sees you looking curiously at you.
I wouldn't have seen a sylph before, would I?
Maybe, but you don't see this sylph.
Well, I rolled a 22.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was only Sylvia. So yeah, you see it as well. Okay. Yeah, you also see it, and you have seen once or twice one of these creatures. They're kind of rare, but more so that they're quite reclusive. Okay. But Sylvia.
Do they speak? Sorry.
No, they're like tree gnomes and rock gnomes. That
Yeah.
they're non-verbal fae. So they're an elemental fae, a minor elemental fae creature. But
Sylvia is just going to very respectfully nod at the thing that she sees.
And after a moment, its wings beat and it just darts off.
Cool. That's fine.
Okay. Right. So you continuing on, and anybody, Sylvia, because you've bushcraft as well, and Aminata, you're noticing the trade is getting fresher. Okay. And after about another 15-20 minutes, you see the trail moving off, and you see off in the distance there's a mound of stones forming a cave structure. And you can see the trail going directly into the cave.
I would like to try and detect any sort of traps or anything sneaky lying in wait before we proceed from this point.
Yeah, sure. That will be an awareness roll. You can add keen eyes to that as well.
Okay. That was an 18 plus 2, 20, 23.
Okay, right.
Gotta ask, what kind of dice have you got? Because you just roll insane.
I know. For once, they're actually rolling well. These are the same.
Obsidian. They're the obsidian ones.
No, not these ones. These are the same ones that rolled fucking terribly the last game we played.
Okay. It's because you're absolutely killing it.
Well,
You pointed it out. I'm going to be rolling one from now on. Thank you.
I'm touching wood. I wouldn't. Oh, I'm touching wood. I'm so sorry.
So, with that roll, I will say you don't spot anything. Okay, it's a completely natural terrain. There doesn't appear to be any structures nearby. No signs of any traps or any shenanigans or anything.
Okay. I'm going to, I assume we're all kind of moving together as a group.
Yeah.
I'm just going to suggest we don't go past this point for the time being because, like I said, they have been known to grab creatures and drag them into their caves to devour them. And as you can see, that is a cave.
Yeah, okay.
That is a very point. Very happy was not go.
So how?
But how long do we wait then?
Oh, no, we need a plan. We need a plan. Can one of you, I don't know, create a light orb and put it into the tunnel to guide our way, so we're not just walking.
Sure. Yeah, and
haphazardly?
Gwyn conjures a little flame in her palm.
Yeah, you do have the cantrip Arcane Light. So
So it's not fire. But
no,
that's nice.
It's a magical faint light that floats in the air. You can it illuminates in low light an area of radius. You have a magic of, is it 3 or 4?
4.
So it can a radius of up to 6 meters, but you can control how bright you want it, and you can get it to float out a distance up to 5 meters from you.
Cool. So, do you want me to send it into the cave now, or what were you thinking?
About that is that it will alert the creatures to a presence. I don't know how people feel about this. So I can't see in the dark, so I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I think it's a good idea. I'm just saying that as a consequence of this, the creature will know that we are here.
Does anyone have good night vision? Because they could maybe sneak in? and see what's in there.
I will take the lead, so I have dark.
Yep.
Can you see in the dark, Aminata?
It's a fey touch.
Both Aminata and Mina, being fey touched, can both see up to they can, like, was it 20 meters or something in the dark.
Mm-hmm. I can only see a short distance ahead, but I can.
Perhaps that is a better idea.
My eyes when we need them.
I'm going to kind of be grossed out. I'm going first because I'm not a fan of slugs. And I'm going to start easing my way while I draw my sword and palm a gun at the same time.
So you have your pistol in your right hand, yes, and you draw the sword from your cane in your left hand, yes?
Yes.
And you are stealthing into the cave?
Are you going on your own, or are we all going together?
Well,
it would be best probably if I went alone, unless you can all be stealthy.
Yeah. The other
Don't
thing,
forget your salt.
the other thing as well is that Aminata and Mina are the only two that can see in the dark. You both have dark sight to 30 meters. So, like, the only other person who would be able to go in with you without using a light that might give away your position is Mina. Because the other three, being humans as opposed to fey-touched humans, can't see in the dark.
Mina.
I don't like the idea of parting. And also the snail just snatched a sheep. So assuming it's eating it or it's finished with it and it's digesting. So it might be asleep or kind of lying low.
That would be ideal. I would rather not split up, but I don't want to. I suppose, Gwen, you do have magic in you to light your way. If myself and Mina go first, and we'll give you a sign. Or we do not have the.
Give me a second. Can you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped hearing you for some reason.
Okay.
Okay.
Internet.
Just give me a second. I'll try to disconnect my headphones and connect them back. So sorry about that. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, look, it's cool tech, you know.
I keep talking, or
so Aminata.
So yes, if I go in with Mina, I'm not sure how stealthy you are. It would be best if we try to use those skills. Can you be stealthy? I'm not too sure.
Depends how I roll.
Okay. Yeah. So at that, I'm just going to start inching into the cave.
So both of you give me stealth rolls.
Follow.
Okay. So Aminata.
You're mute.
Oh, sorry. Both of you give me stealth rolls. So Aminata, you being a rogue, you're slightly better at this. So you've got your dex of 2 and a stealth bonus of 2. So that's a +4. Mina, you just have your dex of 2.
And I rolled a fucking. Excuse me. I rolled a fucking 4.
Oh.
I'm back.
Could I also use my Hat's Grace?
Not for this.
Ooh. Yeah. That was an 11.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 4, so I only get 6. So, clink clunk.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not roll well.
Okay, and I rolled a 19. So.
Ooh. Okay.
So you start inching into the cave. It's not very deep. It looks like it only goes back about 5 or 6 meters. But towards the back of it, you see the most bizarrely monstrous sight you've ever seen in your life. Okay? Well, what looks to be a giant snail shell. Okay? It looks to be about 2 meters tall and about 1 meter wide. It's huge. Okay? And you can see the snail, you can't see it. Appears to have retracted into the snail shell, but
Mhm.
coming out of the front, there's these two long appendages, tentacle-like appendages that look to be about maybe a meter-ish long. And as you're slowly inching your way
Oh,
forward,
mhm.
Mina, you got the lower value, didn't you?
I
Yeah.
did, yeah. I only.
So you got your foot slips on some of the mucus, and
Ping pong. Hang.
as it does, you go to catch yourself, and Albert, the blade head of your halberd strikes against the wall, the stone wall, with a ring, and you see movement of the tentacles as a form starts to emerge, rising up just like any other snail that you've ever seen. Eye stalks protruding up as its body comes up out, but there is a large maw that opens up with a row of razor sharp teeth. You don't know if it's mucus or saliva beginning to drip off of it as the eye tentacles start to move around. And the tentacles launch out. Now, you guys are a good, 4 meters from this thing. And the tentacles look like they were only a meter long, but they launch out at you, Mina, and they stretch and extend in a way that they shouldn't as it tries to grapple you. What's your defense, Mina?
Hang on. What's my defense? That's a good question. 14.
Yeah, okay, I rolled a 24. So what you both see is these two tentacles come wrapping out around Mina's body and immediately go to pull her in. Now it was going for a grapple, not a bludgeon, so it's gonna be half this damage. So 5 points of damage from the strike minus your arm. You have an armor of, was it 1 or 2?
1.
Okay, so 4 points of damage. As you hear the sound of the clang, Aminata, do you make any noise as this happens?
I definitely will.
Yeah, Mina.
Yeah,
Fine.
Mina cries out, yes?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just going to call out help
Okay.
and try to bring forward to kind of hopefully slice at the tentacles and avoid the other one. Oh, there you go.
So that's going to be an initiative roll from everybody, okay?
Let's go.
Let's do this. Nice tail.
As our daughter would say, "Oh no!"
Oh no.
Oh
Right.
God.
That is a 7 for Gwen.
That is a 9 for me.
7.
7 as well, Paulina?
I have quick reflexes.
Nice tail.
Alright. That's a 17 for Sylvia.
And Mina?
Wait.
Sorry, 18 for Sylvia.
Okay. Mina, what did you
Can we
get?
add quick reflexes?
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah.
Oh yes. So that is
Your microphone is off, by the way.
Sorry. Yes, you do add quick reflexes. So does that make yours 10, Aminata?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I just added quick reflexes. I didn't add anything else. That's my initiative.
And your dex, yes.
Did I curse your dice?
You did curse my dice. Okay,
I'm
so
so sorry. Oh my God.
it's okay.
Sorry, Mina, what did you get for your dex, for your initiative?
19.
Sorry?
19.
Oh, okay. So you rolled the highest.
Yeah, I actually got 12. Sorry.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, this guy being a snail, his dex was quite low. I managed to get a -1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yes. So -1 initiative.
I'm in Brawn with my +11 to initiative rolls.
Yeah, well, high level gunslinger. So, first watch is going to be Mina with Sylvia on deck. So, Mina, you are currently grappled. Now, your arms are free, but you are being dragged towards this creature, okay? So, you have no control over your movement at the moment, but you still are free to act. You still have your major and minor actions apart from moving. So you can attack if you wish. You can, or you could try to break the grapple. That would be a major action.
No, did I manage to, like you said, I slipped? Ah, yeah, well, I slipped and Albert clung onto
Yep.
the wall of the cave, but I was still
Yeah,
holding
you're
it.
still holding Albert. Yeah.
Yeah, I never let go of Albert.
No.
If I can help it. So I will just try to hack at the tentacle
Yeah.
with Albert.
Yeah, cool. So that's a roll to attack.
Come on, I need a good one here. Ooh, rolled a 15 and 19 to
Yeah,
hit.
you're sliced down with your halberd. You're not quite sure how true the strike was because it's slimy,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there,
of
but you did hit.
course.
So roll for damage.
That's an 8 plus 3, so 11.
11
I'll
points
have
of
it.
damage. Okay. Okay. Sylvia, it's your go. You're like about 2-3 meters outside, like 2 meters outside the cave. Okay. So your friends had gone about a meter or so in, and you just about saw this happening, and you heard the cry.
Okay, so I use my minor action to move
Yes, as I was going to say.
in closer.
Yeah. So the cave is quite dark, however. So you're give me an awareness roll with keen eyes because the cave is quite dark.
Yeah, that's sorry for swearing. I think that's only a 7. I just need to switch. Give me 1 second. Sorry, yeah. Okay, so my awareness. That was only a 7 on my
Okay,
awareness.
you're having serious difficulty making out. All you can see is shadowy shapes. You can try something if you want, but you're having serious difficulty actually seeing anything.
Okay. Given that. Oh, okay. So can I?
Don't hit
All
me.
right. Yeah. See, that's kind of what I'm worried about. All right. I'm gonna cast bark skin on myself.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So you're going to cast Bark Skin on yourself. That's your major action. It gives you
Yeah.
effectively temporary grip points to absorb
Yes.
damage. Okay. You still have one minor action free if you want to try and use it for anything.
Can I move in a bit closer?
Well, I mean, like you've got a movement of what 6, isn't it? Yeah. So like you could have got yeah, so you could have got a full 6 meters in, and in which case you are.
They're in range of my other spells anyway.
Yeah, all your spells have range 10 meters. So like standing at the foot of the cave, if you could see them, they would be in range of your spells. So you can move up to you can move about a meter from the creature if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna move like say 2 meters from it. I don't want to be too close.
Okay, so you're moving a bit closer. Okay, so that would have all been just one minor action. So you still have a minor action free if you wish.
I don't really have anything I can
Okay,
do.
well then you
As
just,
such.
yeah, that's
So,
cool. Okay.
okay, that gets hard. I was just looking.
Next.
Look, I was trying to find my info. That gives me 12 grit. The bark skin.
Yeah. So next up then, if you've got nothing else to do, is Aminata and Gwynny are on deck.
So I'm going to shoot.
Yep.
Oh, actually, wait. No. I won't shoot because we know somebody tried to shoot it and it bounced off the shell. What I will try to do is tap into some of that natural magic ability that I don't use. And I will have Arcane Shard at the snail.
Yeah, cool. So that's going to require an attack roll from you using your magic score as your modifier.
Okay. Was not the worst. So that would be a 15.
Yep. Okay, so you conjure this shard of arcane energy, you strike it at the creature, You hit it. You think its shell did still absorb some of it slightly, but roll for damage. It's 1d4 plus 2.
That would be 5.
Okay. 5 damage, yes?
Okay. 5 damage.
Okay. Right. So. All right. Now, as I said, the it looks like it shall absorb some of it, but you did injure it. All
Okay,
right.
cool.
So you still have your you still have your 2 minor actions, but I don't think you really have anything you can use.
I don't have any other actions I
Yeah.
can
Okay.
carry out.
Cool. So Gwyn, it's your go, and then Justine, you're on deck. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to conjure arcane light
Okay, that's a
and
so
send
that's
a minor action.
That's a minor action. Okay, so you send out your globe of light and send the 5 meters ahead of you.
Send it down the tunnel.
So now you fully illuminated the cave. The space that the creature's in is a circle of about maybe 2 meters in diameter. So there's a bit of space around it, but now everybody can see. That was a minor action. You still have another minor action and a major action, but this creature is well within the 10-meter range of your other spells if you wish.
Excellent. I think what I'll do is I'll use another minor action to move in a bit closer.
Uh-huh.
So, how far away is the snail?
About 7 meters.
Okay, yeah, I want to move in maybe 2 meters.
Mhm.
That's another minor action.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And then major action. No, it's a minor action to draw my wand, so I'm going to do that. And that's my turn.
Okay, so that's your turn done. Okay, so
Yeah.
Justine, you can now see the creature thanks to Gwyn's spell. So you're mute.
Amazing. So I'm going to use Stone Bullet.
Nice. So this creature does get to do a dex check against you, but it has a very low dex modifier. So I'm pretty sure, even though I rolled really well, that's still with a -2 to dex. I rolled a 13, and your spell might is, I believe, 18. So yes, that's going to be full damage. How much mana were you going to spend on this?
I'll start just with basic one.
Okay, 2. So that's 1d4 plus plus 3, isn't it? Plus 4.
Oof, that's 4.
So you rolled a 4.
I rolled 1.
Oh, so 5. Okay, so 1d4 plus 4. So that's 5. Okay, right. Yeah, you chip away at it a bit. Yet again, its shell, even with your magic, it's slightly absorbing the damage. Okay. So the Carcolh pulling at Mina with its tentacles, drawing you towards it. Its maw opening to try to bite down upon you. I'm sorry, folks. I'm rolling really well tonight. That was a 24 to hit. Okay.
Let me check.
Oh God. Okay. It clomps down on you. Its tentacles pulling you in, and this massive maw that stretches out to make room as it's trying to pull your torso into it, and you feel these razor sharp teeth clomping down upon you. You take 16 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Minus your armor.
Wow.
So generous.
That's the
That's like what, -2, -1?
-1.
-1.
That's the creature's turn done. Top of the initiative. Mina, it's your go. Sylvia, you're on deck.
Well, I'm going to hit it again.
Yeah, okay.
With Albert.
Yeah.
Hang on. First of all,
Yeah.
if I take out my bit of salt that I was given, is that a major action?
Minor action.
And if I throw that salt into its mouth, is that
would be a major action.
Okay, fuck it, I'll do that.
Okay.
Like, eat on this, throw some salt in it.
I never considered.
Right into his mouth, like.
So, yes, it's a snail, but it's a weird French magic snail.
So it doesn't do shit.
I'm not going to say it doesn't do shit, but I'm going to let it do a fortitude resistance
Yeah,
roll
alright, fair
against
enough.
the
Yeah,
effect.
do that.
I'm
You do.
also
That was against salt, right?
I'm also going to say, because you are literally in the creature's mouth as it is snacking on you for its Sunday roast, that you don't need to do an attack roll to pour salt into its maw.
No, I didn't expect to have to do that.
Okay, well, I rolled terrible, so I'm going to be really generous, and I'm going to say, give me 2d6 plus 3. Okay? Because that was some inventive use of your culinary skills.
Okay, I rolled a 6 plus 3, you say, so 9.
Okay, yeah, it does appear.
9.
It does appear to have an effect. It does burn slightly. Yeah, but that is your full
As a
turn.
minor, is that
Oh.
that's my full turn.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry, you do have a minor action left, but what would you hope to do with it?
Well, I did try to get Albert so it can't close its mouth.
No, sorry, no. Okay, Sylvia, Jurgo, Aminati, you're on deck.
Okay. I saw Mina get really badly hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm going to I was totally on like geared up for Stone Bullet, but no, I'm gonna cast my minor healing word because I don't have to get close for that
No,
one.
you don't. How much mana are you spending?
I'm going to spend 2 only because I want to hang on to what I have.
What words of heal? What happened there?
Leona's camera maybe shut off.
Oh yeah, it appears to have. Oh, she's back.
Although she's logging back. Hey. All right. What words of healing is Sylvia using, being the wonderful, nurturing soul that she is? Mina, we are coming. It's okay. Just hang on a little longer.
Okay, so that's so roll for the healing. That's 1d4 plus 4.
1d4 plus 4. I couldn't remember. Okay, that's like 6 points.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, I know.
That is very good, actually.
I want to hang on to stuff in case we need to do more. So
I'm surprised you didn't just tell me to walk it off.
Oh my! Practically motherly.
Yeah.
Sylvia is a
very
more
nurturing.
complicated person than that. Like,
Okay, Aminata, it's your go. Okay, and Gwyn, you're on deck.
I'm going to see, like, would I have seen the reaction of the salt?
You saw it did something.
Okay, I'm going to do something very, very stupid. I am going to run up to the snail and try and dump my I suppose my ration of salt into its maw as well.
So, Aminata's quite short, isn't she?
No. I'm not as like
Normal height.
5.
Oh, I thought
Definitely taller than me.
Okay, well,
Not my height.
That's not her.
Mina is the shortest. Mina's the shortest, and Mina is still taller than I am.
In real life, yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
how tall is Aminata again? I can't
Thought she was
remember.
short. So she's average height, yeah.
No, Amanda's like 5. Yeah, she's like 5'9".
Oh, so
Yeah.
tall for a woman.
You're
fairly tall.
193 centimeters.
Yeah.
Everybody's short as far as you're concerned.
Yeah.
So like,
No, I'm 100 at. No, do not. I'm not going to do this on Twitch. I'm not going to expose my height.
Right. So, you're trying to get it. Did you say you're trying to get the salt into the creature's mouth?
Yeah, so it'll be a case of like taking a running jump
Okay.
and trying to lob it in.
So this will be Dex acrobatics with Cat's Grace first of all to see
Okay.
if you can like get up parkour to choke this salt into the creature's mouth.
Oh, another go.
This is
Okay,
so good.
that's not bad. That's not bad. So that was a 15. So that's cat grace, 2,
So,
dex, 2,
and then and acrobatics.
and
So,
acrobatics. So that
so
will be an
unna-
additional 5,
so unnatural 20, yeah.
unnatural 20.
Nice, yeah. So you leap up, you kind of you jump up, foot hitting the stone wall, kick off that, launching yourself up over beside Mina. You kind of shoulder check her a bit because she's being like eaten by the thing. As
Yeah.
you go to chuck your salt in, that's gonna be. Give me just another dex roll, please.
Mm-hmm. That one was a 12. So that was just straight up dex.
Yeah.
So that was a 14.
That's still enough. This creature's got a really low defense because he's massive and really slow. So yeah, you chuck the salt in. 2d6 plus 3.
8.
Okay, nice. Okay, cool. So that's your full turn as you kind of land down. You're now beside the creature as you drop to the ground. And I'm going to say that's your full turn done now. The taking the salt out, parkour off the side of the cave, chucking it into his mouth. That's your full turn gone, okay?
That was a good turn. That was a solid turn. And Amnata is 5'8", not
Yeah.
5'9",
Oh,
but
that's
still taller.
still above average height, okay?
Oh, God.
Super.
So
So, Gwyn, it's your go, and Justine, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm going to, so my wand is out, so I'm going to point it at the snail and use my wand of blasting to blast some necrotic energy at the snail.
Cool. How much mana are you spending?
I'm going to spend 6.
Okay, nice.
Go big or go home,
Yeah.
though, right?
Okay, go home.
With your wand of blasting, there's no ability check against that. There's no dex against that. So, you're holding out your wand of blackthorn that was split into 3 and then woven around itself with wax going through it and ribbons wrapped around it as you send out this beam of necrotic energy. What does the energy look like?
It's like smoke.
Uh-huh.
Smoke that would kind of enter the ears and enter the nose and even like penetrate through the mucous membranes of the eyeball.
Yeah, cool. So
it's really insidious.
So yeah, it doesn't look like a lightning bolt or something, as you say. This
No.
smoke that comes out and as it strikes the creature, kind of wraps and congeals in, going into the mouth, trying to penetrate through into the ear orifices. So that's you said 6 mana.
Blasty.
So that's 3d4 plus your magic score. Okay.
Go, Mrs.
4,
Blasty.
4, 3, and the magic 4 is 4.
Yeah. So 3d.
8, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Ooh.
Go, Mrs. Blasty.
Go, Mrs. Blasty.
So it's a 4, 4, 3, and a magic score of 4. 15, I believe.
That was nice. Okay, Mrs. Blasty doing her job. Okay.
Woo!
Right,
She's officially been christened now. That's it.
Okay. Justine, it's your go.
I love this.
Stone bullet it is. Probably gonna spend 4 mana on that.
Okay.
So that's 2d4 plus magic, right?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 4. Failed his dex check, so full damage.
Holy shit today. So I rolled 3.
Plus 4.
Plus 4, that's
Okay.
7.
So you conjure up this shard of stone from pure arcane energy and you fire it out like a bullet from a rifle. You strike the creature. Its shell does absorb it slightly, and actually you think it even protected it slightly from Gwyn's quite devastating necrotic attack too, but you did still injure it. Okay.
I need to turn off my camera for a second because I'm Egypt and I forgot to plug my laptop.
Okay. So I think this is possibly going to make all the video go crazy for a sec. So we're just going to pause for 1 second. Actually, screw it. It's okay. It's the snail.
Woo, I'm the narrator now.
Yes,
I'm the boss.
Yeah.
I have the power.
Gwyn's room.
Okay.
I have all the power.
It's the creature's go. and it is getting really angry. So it's going to try to ravage down on poor Mina, who's still caught in its coils.
I know what I'm going to do next.
I didn't roll as well this time. What's your defense again, Mina? 14?
14. Yeah.
I rolled exactly a 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so. But I rolled really terrible.
Don't worry.
I rolled terrible on the damage this time. I only got, that was only 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Armor. Okay.
9. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Don't forget you have a healing tincture. That's a minor
Yeah,
action.
I do.
Okay, so we're back
Okay.
up to the top of the initiative order. Okay, so Mina,
Okay.
this
Can
creature.
I try to get free of that grapple?
So it's an opposed fortitude roll to try and break the grapple.
Okay, I have fortitude. That's a major action, I suppose.
It
Yeah.
is, yeah, that would be your major action.
Well, no, what I do for my minor action. Okay, hang on. Can I use hardiness or stamina? Hardiness, I suppose, or might.
It's might with this. Okay. I didn't roll very well. Oh, but he's strong. What happened there? Who just dropped on us?
We got Mina.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. And what can I say?
Your
Very bad.
camera's dropped on us. Oh, you're back.
Internet connection.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 plus
Well, okay. 3.
2 plus 3.
Yeah, okay. So 22.
What, 22?
Okay,
Yeah.
I actually only rolled a 13. So
Oh, very good. So
So-
I'm getting free.
so you kind of you get Albert in, and you kind of use him like a lever, and you wrench and you rip apart the tentacles, and you are now free of the
Good.
creature. That was your major action, though.
Yeah. As a minor action, can I try to get past the maw and go in
What do you mean in?
into the mouth, like down? Choke on me, you bitch.
No. Okay. No.
No,
No.
I have movement.
Yes, but you can't selectively move into another creature's orifice.
Okay.
Okay.
That is not a sentence I ever wanted.
Freezing!
I was trying
First
to do
try.
Drax, trying to kind of get in,
No.
Yeah, you were.
Yes, you were. Okay, so
just
no.
to get away from
No.
those teeth. I don't want to get eaten. I want to get past them.
Okay,
Yes.
right. Right.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's the end of your very questionably consensual turn. And Sylvia, it's your go. Aminata, you're on deck.
How is Mina looking right now? She's
Pretty messed up.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm genuinely afraid that if I attack this turn, she's gonna be down, and then.
You don't know? What are you doing?
Okay, no, it's gonna be okay. I have a tincture that I can give her. Next turn, probably it's gonna be fine. Okay, I'm gonna spend 4 mana on Stone Bullet. So you've got to make a dex save.
Yeah, I failed.
And if I'm spending 4, that means
2d4
rolled
plus.
2.
Yes, 2d4.
My magic. Yeah.
Plus 4.
Ah! Crap, that was only 6 points.
Okay.
I rolled 2 1s. Ah!
You hit it, but its shell absorbs some of the magic. Okay. Aminata.
I am going to. Okay. Would I by any chance happen to know where the heart or something of a snail would be?
No. It's a mollusk.
I know this is a very vague ask.
No, it's a mollusk. No, you don't.
Okay. I'm going to just shoot at it because at least wait, is the shell? No, I would have been at the front of it if I just tried to shove something down the throat. Yeah, so I'm going to try and shoot at the snail.
Yep.
Yeah, that will be That's There was a nat one.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That
So
is
it's
that is a critical misfire.
Oh.
So you're going.
well, no. Well,
No, and
That means they only take half damage.
yeah, and that one is a critical misfire. The gun essentially exploded in your hand, so you need to roll for damage.
It's half though.
Yes.
Half damage.
So that is 1d8 plus 2. Roll for damage.
okay.
Yeah, I know this.
I suppose keeping up the trend, that was also a 1, so technically that's a 3 damage. So it's half damage.
To
It's like
1. So you take 1 point of damage as the gun explodes in your hand.
oh jeez. Okay. I will take it.
Sorry. You have minor actions. If you want, you could holster that revolver and draw your second revolver.
I'm probably going to be a bit spooked with the gun exploding in my hand, to be honest. So I'm just going to holster it.
Okay, you holster it. You swap your cane sword into your right hand. Yeah?
Right hand.
Yeah. Cool. All right, cool, super. So that is your turn done. So Gwyn, it's your go, and Justine, you're on deck. So Gwyn, you just saw Aminata try to fire at the creature point blank, but there was a burst of light as the bullet went off in the chamber of the gun, and she cries out as her hand is injured slightly by the misfire.
Okay. That would have really startled me, and my initial instinct would have been to go over to her and try and heal her a bit. But I can see, I suppose, that it wasn't as bad as it sounded.
Yeah, you see her. She holsters the revolver and then swaps her cane sword into the hand that just held the gun. So she's clearly not incapacitated.
She's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to refocus on Mina.
Yep.
Question: with my healing tether, it says I need to use it over a person. Can I use it adjacent?
You need to be basically beside her.
Beside them. Okay, dang. I am going. Another question. My potion of poison to kill that I made.
Yes.
Do I throw that at the snail? Does it have to ingest it?
It would need to ingest it.
How does that work?
It would need to ingest it.
Okay. Back to Mrs. Lassie. No, I'm going to use firebolt. I'm going to try and set it on fire. So I'm going to conjure.
What was that? Jesus. What was that, Aminata?
I did have a question. Would it be possible for me to give Gwen a boost so Gwen would be beside Mina?
Not really. You're not that physically strong. That would be something that Mina could probably do because she's quite strong. But you're athletic. You're very agile, but you're not like strong. You know. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what I will do is I'll focus on my hands and I'll conjure a big fireball and aim it at the squishy parts of the snail.
Okay. Well, how much mana are you spending?
I'm going to spend 4.
Okay.
Firing in an enclosed space is just my favorite thing.
Yeah.
So
Gwen, that's the time.
You conjure out like a shard of flame and you fire it at the creature. It doesn't successfully dodge. So that's 2d4 plus 4.
Yeah. Oh dang, that is a double 1. You guys
are rolling shocking
that is a
tonight.
6.
Terrible.
Shocking.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna say I was cursed by a druid.
Oh my God. Justine.
Oh.
Unless you
really
want to. Do you have anything you want
to
do?
That
was your major action. You still have 2 minor actions. You could use a minor action to move over beside Mina, so that you're beside her next turn if you want to cast Healing Tether.
Afraid of the tentacles, but yeah, I am gonna do that. So I can cast Healing Tether if I'm beside her.
Yeah. You adjacent. I know the spell says over, but they don't have to be lying on the ground. But you do have to be literally over them as you tie the knots to then release the spell. Okay.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll use my minor action then to get up beside her.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, presumably you could be beside them. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay.
Sure.
So, Justine?
Maybe you should start going to church to roll better. I don't know. Stone bullet.
How much?
24 mana.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, you failed the dex.
Okay. Rolled 4. That's going to be 9.
You rolled a 1 and a 4, was it?
Mhm.
What did you say you rolled?
4. So rolled 5. Plus 4.
Cool. 9. Okay, right. I will say the creature is looking grievously injured, and it's looking like. Okay, let me see. Yeah, what it's actually going to do is it's going to try to. One,
Spit me out.
2. Every one of you have actually attacked it this turn. So.
It's totally gonna spit me out.
Well, it's not holding you anymore. Remember that you broke free. So it starts to push past you, okay, as one of its tentacles lash out towards Aminata. But it's not going to try and grapple you.
It's gonna like spit at me or something.
I rolled a 24 to hit again. I'm on fire.
Well, whatever it's gonna do, it's gonna do, it's gonna hit.
Oh, I just rolled an 8 and a D8. Okay, you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as one of the tentacles lashes out and strikes you.
Please tell me you have armor. I mean, I don't wear. I don't have
No,
armor.
I don't.
One.
Yeah, so and so it is going to try and push past you all. Mina, you didn't use all your minor actions, didn't you? You had one minor action unspent, didn't you? And Aminata, you did the crazy parkour thing, so your turn was done. Oh wait, no, it didn't. No, that was the previous turn.
I have one minor action as well.
No, sorry. That was the
Previous
previous
turn.
turn.
I think we all have them.
So yeah, you have a minor action, and Mina has a minor action that you can do attacks with your weapons. Spellcasters, you can't use okay, so both of you get attacks of opportunity with your unspent minor actions as the Luca cult is going to try to get out of the.
Natural 20.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Alrighty, that's a lot better.
That's a crit, isn't it? Anyway.
Oh yeah. So for you, Mina, nat 20. So your base damage with Albert to the halberd is 1d12 plus 3. So that's base 15. Roll a d12.
Again for my damage. So good.
That's what you get for being a good Catholic.
I rolled a 10.
So that is 25 points of damage.
Nice.
Aminati, you get to attempt to thrust at it with your cane sword.
So hang on, I'm not in his mouth anymore.
So you're using your halberd, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you held me in front of.
Yeah.
I thought it was like in its mouth.
So it had basically, you were, but when you broke the grapple, you were released.
Okay, cool.
So Aminati, you also get an attack of opportunity.
Nice. I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, okay, that's a hit. So roll with your cane sword. That's 1d6 plus something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 1d8. No, 1d6 plus 4.
Yeah, okay.
That is a 9.
Okay, so as the halberd comes careening in from one side and the cane sword thrusts in from the other side, the creature lets out a pitiful cry. Describe your combined killing blow.
Just underneath it. So I just gonna go, because Halbert has like a pointy thing as well on the top.
Yeah, it does. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna thrust off, like hopefully get through its mouth, and then I just rip it out.
Okay, and Aminata?
And I am going to, because I assume like I would have been slightly to the side of it, I would have thrust in kind of sideways.
Yeah.
Going like through it to its main torso.
Okay.
And like really getting my hilt right up to the flesh if I can.
Okay, fine, nice. And as the combined thrust from the halberd and the thrust from the sword cane bury into the creature, it cries out and just slumps forward, dead. And as you draw your cane sword back out, and you draw Albert back out, both your weapons are covered in mucus.
I'm like,
I'm going to kind of hold out my sword towards Gwen, like, do you want it?
No thanks. I have enough.
I am covered in slime. Ugh.
I am hoping that you can get some oil to clean your blades, maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Some.
I have some at home. I always have some of Albert's oil.
But come here to me, Mina. I know that you are hurt. Let me try and help you.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I'm going to spend 4 mana.
But before I come over, I just look at it and go like, "That's for trying to eat me, you little."
I'm going to
Cupid.
spend four mana trying to heal Mina.
2d, yeah, that's 2d4 plus 4, isn't it?
2d4 plus 4, alright. Oh, come on. Alright, that's... Oh, actually, I rolled 2 4s plus 4, so that's 12
12
points.
points, okay, nice.
Oh, very
And
good. Yes.
who else got hurt? Amanata, did you get hurt as well?
Yeah, I took 14 points, so I'm on 18.
I'm gonna spend 4 points healing Amanata as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, so I'm afraid that wasn't as good. That was only 3, 4, 7 points.
No, better than nothing.
Sorry.
Okay.
As well.
This bizarre, strange monstrosity dead. What does the party want to do?
I'm going outside of the cave and clean Albert in the snow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go outside and try to clean the cane sword as much as possible.
Won't that make your blades rusty?
You need to
I don't know much about blades, but
yeah, for the blades, you need to make sure that you get oil on them as soon as possible. As when there is water, you need to clean them and make sure they are well oiled.
True, that is very true. I just want to get the mucus off the blade. I do not want any of that in,
Same.
in its teeth. So it's best to try and hurry back. I do still want to speak to that farmer, though.
Sylvia is gonna just kind of glance over at Gwen and say, I am very tired. Perhaps we could rest at the farm before we travel back through to the town.
They say about
those farmers. They're
No.
strange. Afraid of the
I don't want to
forest,
impose
very
on
close
them,
to the
though.
forest.
I agree with Justine. There's a reason why I wanted to ask them a few questions. It is very odd that, one, they are both absolutely horrendous. Why?
You seen their clothes?
They could be fey touched.
Yeah.
They very well could be fey touched, but I don't know. It just seems. They said they don't go into the forest, yet they were like in the forest.
Well, they were on their land.
They were like on the edge of the forest. This is not the same as going into the forest.
I don't know why. I just got a very strange feeling.
Yeah.
They have sheep, and none of their sheep got missing.
Exactly.
No, one of the sheep was missing.
Not from
No.
their farm.
None of their sheep were missing. Only from the farm close to theirs.
I mean, it's
But again, they could be fey touched.
It's very unchristian to suspect anyone, and like my mama taught me better than that. But having said that, their farm is like the closest to the forest. Yet that snail thingy went past it and traveled quite a bit to go to the other farm to eat the sheep. When their farm that is next to the forest has perfectly good sheep. So
Merci.
Well, they did say they were using. They did say they were using charms for protection. They mentioned Roland charms.
But wasn't that to keep them out of the house, not off the farm?
I think we should
Depends where you hang them.
I think we should
Also-
still investigate. For nothing
Okay,
else,
I'm reticent to impose, but I suppose if you want.
Oh, we did say we would stop by. Don't stopping by now. They might have prepared something for us. It'll be a bit of food, no?
I would not want to. If we didn't stop by after saying that we might. There could be something there. I think we should at least drop in and be okay. They may as well also be worried about us. Perhaps we could just drop
Show them
in.
we're alive.
I don't know.
Fine, we're going back to the village, and if they invite us in, then
But
Okay. He didn't seem that interested in us, but I'll go.
Okay, so the party is going to start heading back via the Castillon farm in the hopes of getting more information there. You're tired. It's not late in the day. Like, it's probably about maybe 3:30, 4 in the afternoon. So it's not quite late, but it is January, so it will be dark in a few hours.
and
But
I'm covered in slime.
and you are covered in slime. So
Me.
covered in slime, somewhat battered and bruised, you start heading back, hoping that you have a chance to talk to the quite beautiful looking farmer and his stunning daughter. And I think that is a perfect place to pause in our story.
Thank you.
Yay.
So thank you.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks everyone much for watching. Really appreciated the support, and we shall see you all back here next Tuesday at 7:30. Same bad time, same bad channel. Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye.